Hi guys. I was reading the newspaper one day and I come upon this interesting article. The title is "On Manny's Loss, Was God Teaching Us a Lesson?" And I I really fell into it because my opinions is kinda aligned with it. In Manny Pacquiao's career, he has always based God on his success, and we would notice him that he would do the sign of the cross when he before he plays, right, or fights. Recently, he lost the championship with from Mayweather, and here are some lines from the articles. Like the basketball coaches at the prominent Catholic universities declaring after a win, God was on our side, or after a loss, the other team prayed harder. The other team prayed harder. And like the many netizens who showered Manny with verses from the Bibles before the fight, punched like Simon, hit like David. In Jesus' name. You are calling on God to have your idol punch a fellow boxer black and white. I find it a bit disturbing that we would pray to win a fight. I mean, I know it's alright to pray for sports and such, and even in the past, Moses would pray to win wars. But this time it's a bit unsettling because it's a sport for money and for a single person's success. I found it disturbing this one time when I was on the internet that there was a guy genuinely saying that Manny Pacquiao should be the Philippines' national hero, not Jose Rizal, because Jose Rizal hasn't done anything for the country. He was comparing a man who fights for money, well, in the start fights for money, but now for charity. I mean, he still earns money for himself and goes for his individual success. While Manny Pacquiao, while Jose Rizal wrote two novels, or rather two books, I think there are novels, that inspired Filipinos to claim equality from the Spanish, at least. I mean, it's not really great that we should aim for equality towards the Spanish because they pretty much enslaved us and we should own our own country. But he did inspire people, including our other national heroes like Andres Bonifacio and Apinanari Mabini, I think. Anyways, he did a lot more than Manny Pacquiao ever did. And there's another line. I am a critical thinker and thus not superstitious, but let me turn the tables around. Don't you think he, is teaching Manny and us a lesson? Stop using my name in vain. I do not take sides in contests. Tell the bishop from the province in the south, I am not responsible for Typhoon Yolanda that killed 7,000 of my children, and I had nothing to do with the granting of a stay in execution for Mary Jane. It was your president that did. I mean, it's off topic, but I'm saying that God doesn't favor people in contests because they are contests that are not for moral ground. I mean, they're not a fight for morality. They're a fight for strategy. They're a fight for how good you play. And honestly, Mayweather did know how to play. I mean, it was an entertaining fight because he kept running, but technically, he knew how to win. He knew how to win the game, the scoring of the game. And I just don't I just don't want people to be saying that Manny should have won, that Mayweather is crap for doing this. Sure, he might look like crap, but it's a game after all, and the aim is to win for most people. And he did what he did. It's funny to see the posts around the internet about Manny Pacquiao's loss and such, and how Mayweather is a coward for hugging and running. But I guess, yeah, but it is a game of strategy, and let's never forget that. And I think I thought of another topic today since video was a bit short, and I just want to put a short one, which is how to live life happy. Now, it's not a secret to happiness or anything, but whenever something strikes you and really disturbs you, but doesn't really have but you don't really have much power to change it, then I guess there's one solution I could give. My friends would always uh, hate on me, or my friends would always get mad at me for getting them to say lol all the time. It was around 4 years ago when people started saying lol in real life and in the internet, when everyone was saying lol instead of the ha 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 or anything. And it didn't really make sense in the internet. Like, okay, you laughed, but maybe you could have liked it instead. Or in real life, why would you say lol if you can actually laugh out loud in that situation? But for me, I've used lol for when the jokes isn't really that funny, when I don't have the energy to laugh, or when things are seriously stupid that I can just like, for example, when somebody says retard all the time, like if I if I if I, if I saw someone do a stupid act or somebody make a mistake, then I would say, "What a retard!" And then somebody heard me. That's not something to lol about because you have to correct that because you're gonna change it. But when something happens, like uh, when your teacher does something random and it kind of upsets you, but you can't really do anything about it. Like he didn't really do something bad. Then you can just go lol. Don't make a big deal out about it. I mean, so many people are overreacting these days, giving meanings behind everything. Like, well, one of you or some of you would be offended by this, but no, not really offended, but affected by this. When you get scene zoned and you imagine all the possibilities, like, does he hate me, or does he dislike me? Am I that annoying, or did I say something wrong? Honestly, I'm the type of person who does scene zone, but only when it's appropriate, when there's nothing to say at all. For me, it's better not to say anything at all if it's something really weird. I mean, example, if somebody said something that's a conversation ender, you don't really say something back. So you gotta scene zone. You gotta scene zone no matter what. I mean, that's why it's called a conversation ender. Yeah. What else? Yeah, that's it actually. Just don't put meanings behind things, and remember that Manny Pacquiao's game, Manny Pacquiao's sport, the boxing, it's about strategy, and Mayweather did his best and knew how to win. And God is not supposed to be choosing which side you should be in, which side should win. I mean, if I just for a last example, if I played against world championship, the champion of chess, and he is an atheist, for example, and I am a Catholic, God shouldn't favor me just because I'm a Catholic, but He should let the person win who has the best strategy. That's all. It's a game. Alright. See you guys later. Oh, I forgot to bring in my toy. Oh gosh, you noticed that I didn't bring my toy. Ah!